Good morning, everybody, and welcome back to your weekly favorite radio show, Flying to Innerland. This is your host, Camilo Espinosa, and today we're gonna have a long flashback to those not good days at university for those who already finished it, and a shorter one for those who are still on it. And we're gonna be talking about problems we usually have in university and how we manage to solve them. The idea of this topic in this program is to get closer to our younger listeners, especially those who already are in university so they can learn how other people cope with the same problems they are probably having, or those who are gonna enter soon so they will be ready for whatever difficulty that can occur. If you are in your way to university, get close on how to deal with the challenges that may come your way. Let's remember, for that people that just join us, that in your program we used to have a specific topic regarding anything that can trouble you. And we share experiences, talk with specialists, talk with other listeners, play some songs, recommend some movies, with a lot of stuff. Everything to make sure that that trouble is not gonna be there, bothering your head anymore, and you will be able to fly to your inner land and fix everything from within, from its deeper roots, so it will not be part of you anymore, and you will be completely happy, and you're gonna enjoy the satisfaction of knowing that you have the strength to deal with whatever difficult situation that stands in your way. But let's go back to the specific topic of this day, problems at university. I have some surprises for you, dear listeners, but you will discover them during the program. I will just let you know that we're gonna have some incredible guests that will help us with the problems we are sharing today. I was doing some research at the internet and I found some interesting websites that helped me to start thinking about what to do in this program. Some of the problems I found in most places were how to adjust to a new life, homesickness, how to handle the pressure of studies, the high cost of education in under and postgraduate studies, difficulty finding new friends, housing problems, and time management. What do you think, dear fellows? These are the most common problems you can have at university, or are there any others? Did you have any of these problems when you were at university? How did you handle them? Or are you currently having some of these problems? Don't be afraid or embarrassed, and let us know. We would do whatever it takes to help you out with that. As usual, our lines are already open, so dear listeners, don't hesitate calling us and telling us what do you think about the topic of the week. I think we've got our first call. Hello and welcome to Flying to Innerland. Who am I speaking to?
Hi there, I'm John.
Hello John, how is it going?
It's going great.
Oh, it's always good to hear that enthusiasm. Well, tell us John, what do you think about today's topic?
Okay, first of all, I would like to say that I'm a big fan of your program. I'm always tuned when you're broadcasting, and I'd like to use this chance to thank you for all the good deeds you're doing, helping a lot of people to solve their problems. It helped me, and I'm really sure it's helped many people out there.
Whoa, thanks John. You are more than welcome.
I'm continuing with the question. I'd like to say that each of us is different, so everybody's situation is unique. But there are some problems that almost all people have to deal with at least once during their lifetime. I think most of the problems one can have at university are on your list, and actually my daughter is having one of those these days. We were talking yesterday and she told me she was having some difficulties coping with the pressure of her studies. She was even thinking about quitting university because she thought she was going crazy. We had a little talk, and I convinced her to keep on working for what she wants. I told her that some things are harder than others, but it's always worth it when you achieve your dreams and feel a little better. But what do you think would help her not to fall under these thoughts again?
Don't worry John, this happens a lot. It's more common than you think in every level of education. I think you did the right thing telling those good words to your daughter, and I think you're right. We always have to keep on fighting for our dreams. Even when everything seems so ugly, dark, and chaotic, there is always some light that will walk us through those paths and will lead us to where we really want to be. Obviously, we have to seek that light, and sometimes it's gonna be harder to find it, but it will always be worth the effort. About this topic, I would like to introduce you my first surprise. My first guest for today's flight to the Innerland is the psychologist Hannah Carter. We have been recently surprised with the great success of Carter's book, Inside Yourself, in which she gives advice to readers about personal issues and problems that are common in most people, based on her experience in the past 30 years. In my personal opinion, this is definitely a must-have book. It doesn't matter if you are one of those people that prefer to keep strangers out of your own business, or if you enjoy sharing with the world your privacy. In both cases, it will help you out to deal with whatever you have to cope with. It is full of a wide variety of different cases, with good and bad decisions that will give you a close idea about what would happen if you make certain actions while having problems. Anyway, join me now on the phone is Hannah Carter. Welcome, Hannah.
Hi Camilo, thanks for the invitation and the introduction, and hello to everybody that is listening to us.
It is always a pleasure to have you here with us, Hannah. Now, what would you say to John about his daughter's problem?
Well, first of all, I'd like to say that ever since the latest increase in the cost of higher education in the country, the number of students seeking professional counseling has significantly increased. Mental health issues are surfacing more than ever in students, according to a recent survey made by the National University. And I think we really have to do something about it. Most of the time, students cannot be focused on their studies because they're worried about the money. There are some cases where most students are paying their own educational expenses by themselves, so the pressure on them to get really good grades is huge. On the other cases, when they are not paying for those things, they have still the massive social and educational repercussions of not succeeding in the studies. Students should expect the studies to be much harder than before, and at the same time, should focus more on learning rather than just getting some good grades that are gonna stay on a paper forever. They also should realize that the only way they can avoid mental anxiety and make the expenses worth is when you enjoy your time at the university, focus on your studies, and keep a nice balance between the two of them. So John, keep on being understanding with your girl, and just help her to see those things. Help her to find wherever she had inside that can help her to cling to her goals and dreams, that like Camilo was talking about. And I think the best way she can learn that, as always with our little ones, is if she learns it from you, especially if you show her that that was and is the way to achieve your goals in life.
Well, thank you very much, Hannah, and there you have John.
Thank you very much to both of you. It has been very helpful for me.
Okay, John, we wish you the best to you and your daughter and hope you can get through that together as a family. Because that is one big support you have, your closest ones. Okay, so let's move on to the next listener that is calling us.